Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every person's life when they are faced with a choice to react or to respond. It's in those moments that your character is tested. It's in those moments that the true power of self-control, emotional intelligence, and inner peace is revealed. Often we find ourselves in situations where people push our buttons, where negativity surrounds us, and where conflict seems inevitable. The world can sometimes feel like it's filled with people who want to drag us into the chaos with them, pulling us into their dramas and struggles. But here's the truth you must embrace today. You have the power to choose. You can choose how to react, or you can choose not to react at all. What would happen if, instead of reacting to the chaos, you simply cut it off silently and powerfully before it even has a chance to consume you? What if you could rise above the noise, the drama, the opinions, and the negativity of others? What if you could free yourself from the bonds of people's judgments, criticisms, and actions that have no bearing on your peace or your purpose? The power of silence is a force that most people fail to understand. It's one of the greatest tools in your arsenal, and it's available to you at all times. When you learn how to cut off negativity silently, you gain back your power. You stop being a slave to your emotions. You stop being at the mercy of external circumstances, and you start living on your terms. Now, this is not to say that silence is a form of cowardice or avoiding confrontation. No, this is not about running away from difficult situations or pretending they don't exist. It's about responding in a way that preserves your energy, your mental clarity, and your peace of mind. You are not obligated to engage in every battle that comes your way. Not every insult, not every opinion, not every critique, and certainly not every toxic interaction requires your involvement. Some things are better left unsaid, and some people are better left in their own world. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you allowed someone's words or actions to disturb your inner peace? How many times have you given your precious energy to someone who was not deserving of it? People will always have opinions. People will always have judgments. But what really matters is how you allow those opinions to affect you. The more you react, the more you give power to others over your emotions, your thoughts, and your life. But you don't have to let that happen. You can choose to cut it off silently. The moment you realize that their negativity is not your responsibility, that their words do not define your worth, and that their drama has nothing to do with your journey, you gain an incredible sense of freedom. This is a level of emotional maturity that very few people ever achieve, and once you do, your life will never be the same. Think about the energy you expend when you engage in unnecessary arguments, when you try to defend yourself to people who don't understand you, or when you react to things that are beyond your control. All of that energy could be spent on something far more valuable: your growth, your goals, your dreams, and your purpose. When you engage in negativity, you lower your vibration. You allow the outside world to dictate how you feel. But when you choose to cut it off silently, you keep your vibration high. You stay in your lane. You don't waste your energy on things that don't serve you. This doesn't mean you become a doormat. It doesn't mean you accept mistreatment. It doesn't mean you allow people to walk all over you. Instead, it means you take control of your emotions. You control your response. When someone is trying to provoke you, instead of reacting emotionally, simply pause. Let the moment pass. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to argue. You don't need to argue. You don't need to respond with aggression or anger. By not reacting, you take away their power to disturb you. You show them that their words or actions no longer have an impact on your well-being. Think of how often you've felt drained after a heated conversation, a quarrel, or a confrontation. You've expended so much energy trying to convince, argue, or defend yourself. But did that ever really solve anything? Did it ever make you feel better in the long run? Probably not. In fact, it often leaves you feeling worse because you've given your attention and your energy to someone or something that was not worthy of it. By cutting things off silently, you give yourself a gift of emotional freedom. It's like you're walking through life with a shield that protects your peace. When negativity comes your way, it simply bounces off. You don't engage with it. You don't give it power. You don't give it space in your mind. Instead, you focus on what matters, on the things that fuel your soul, on the relationships that uplift you, on the opportunities that propel you forward. Now, you might be wondering, but what if I just let people walk all over me? What if I don't stand up for myself? Here's the truth: standing up for yourself doesn't require a loud, dramatic confrontation. It doesn't require you to stoop to their level and engage in their negativity. Standing up for yourself is about drawing boundaries in a way that honors your peace and your integrity. You can stand firm without raising your voice. You can speak your truth without getting caught up in a battle. When you cut people off silently, you are making a statement: I don't need to justify myself to you. I don't need your approval. I am enough just as I am. You see, when you don't react, it confuses people. People are used to conflict. They're used to drama. They're used to getting a reaction out of you. But when you stay calm, when you stay grounded, and when you cut off their negativity with silence, you disrupt the pattern. You stop them in their tracks. You show them that you are in control of your emotions and you are not willing to engage in the toxic energy they are offering. And here's the secret: the more you practice this, the more powerful you become. It's like building a muscle. The first time you choose not to react, it might feel difficult. The first time you walk away from an argument without engaging, you might feel unsettled. But with time, it becomes easier. It becomes your new default. You learn that your peace is more important than winning an argument, more important than getting the last word, more important than the last word, more important than being right. You learn that your mental clarity, your focus, and your happiness are not for sale. They cannot be negotiated. The truth is, you will never be able to control other people. You will never be able to make everyone like you understand you or agree with you. And that's okay. You don't need everyone's approval to be successful. You don't need anyone's permission to live your life fully. When you accept this truth, you free yourself from the weight of other people's opinions. You stop living for others and you start living for yourself. Think about the times in your life when you felt the most at peace. Were those times filled with conflict, negativity, and drama? Or were they moments when you chose to step back, choose your peace, and focus on your own journey? The more you align with your purpose, the less you will feel the need to engage in petty disputes. The more you focus on your personal growth, the less you will feel threatened by other people's opinions or actions. And the more you protect your peace, the more success will flow into your life effortlessly. And here's the final key: when you stop reacting and start cutting off negativity silently, you become a magnet for positivity. You become someone who attracts calm, confidence, and clarity. You attract people who respect your boundaries, people who align with your energy, and people who bring out the best in you. Your life will begin to change in ways you never imagined, because you are no longer available for the chaos, the drama, and the negativity that once pulled you in. You are now a force of nature, moving forward with grace, focus, and determination. So today, I challenge you to embrace silence as your greatest strength. The next time someone tries to provoke you, to push your buttons, or to drag you into their chaos, choose silence. Choose peace. Choose to cut them off quietly and powerfully. And in doing so, you'll reclaim your power, protect your peace, and elevate your life to heights you never thought possible. You are the master of your emotions, the creator of your reality, and the architect of your destiny. Let nothing disturb your peace. Let nothing pull you away from your true purpose. Stay silent, stay strong, and watch how the world begins to align with your energy. It emphasizes the strength and freedom found in choosing silence over reaction. By not engaging with negativity or drama, you protect your peace and maintain emotional control. The speech encourages mastering your emotions and responses rather than being controlled by external circumstances or the actions of others. This self-control leads to greater inner peace and personal empowerment. It highlights the importance of setting boundaries in a way that preserves your mental clarity and emotional well-being without the need for confrontation or drama. It encourages shifting focus from reacting to external negativity to prioritizing personal growth, goals, and purpose. By cutting off distractions, you create space for progress and fulfillment. By choosing silence and emotional control, you attract people and situations that align with your positive energy, leading to a more peaceful, successful, and fulfilling life. Silence is a powerful force that many people underestimate or fail to recognize in its true potential. In a world that constantly demands action, noise, and expression, the concept of silence often gets lost amidst the chaos. However, silence, when wielded with intention, holds an immense amount of strength. It is not simply the absence of sound, but rather a deliberate choice to pause, reflect, and act from a place of inner clarity. The power of silence lies not in withdrawing or avoiding, but in using that space to regain control of your emotions, thoughts, and actions. Consider the times when you've been caught up in an argument, a heated discussion, or a situation that demands your immediate response. In those moments, it can be easy to get swept away by the flood of emotions, frustrations, or the desire to prove yourself. But what if, in those very moments, you chose silence instead? What if, instead of reacting impulsively, you took a deep breath and allowed the moment to pass without adding fuel to the fire? In those instances, silence doesn't represent weakness or passivity. It represents strength, self-control, and emotional intelligence. When you choose silence, you are choosing to protect your peace. The noise, the chaos, and the drama of the world are constantly pulling at you, trying to draw you in. People around you may have their own emotional turbulence, their own agendas, or their own frustrations that they project onto you. And when you engage with those emotions, whether through an argument, a defense, or a reaction, you are allowing those external circumstances to dictate how you feel. Your emotions, your peace, and your energy become dependent on the situation and the people around you. But when you choose silence, you stop that external force from gaining control over you. You take a step back and create a barrier that allows you to remain unaffected by the chaos around you. The power of silence is also the power of self-mastery. It is a reflection of your ability to control your reactions, to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Often we react impulsively. Often we react to situations because we feel the need to assert ourselves, to defend our beliefs, or to justify our actions. But in many cases, reacting only serves to escalate the situation and draw you further into the negativity. Silence, on the other hand, offers an alternative. It allows you to remain composed, to process your thoughts, and to make a decision based on clarity, not on impulse. In a world that is increasingly dominated by instant communication texts, emails, social media posts, the temptation to respond quickly and react in the moment is ever present. But what if we took a moment to pause before reacting? What if, before sending that angry message, before engaging in that argument, before letting our emotions take over, we chose silence as a way to create space between stimulus and response? In that space, we can access our higher thinking, our inner wisdom, and our emotional intelligence. By taking a breath and remaining silent, we gain the opportunity to make choices that are aligned with our true values, rather than being driven by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Silence, in this sense, is a form of self-respect. It signals to the world that you are not willing to waste your energy on things that do not deserve it. You are not willing to give your attention to things or people that are not in alignment with your growth, your purpose, or your peace of mind. People may try to provoke you, criticize you, or pull you into their own emotional drama, but when you choose silence, you show them that you are not interested in engaging in those distractions. You protect your energy, your peace, and your focus by not participating in their noise. In relationships, silence is a powerful tool for preserving harmony and fostering understanding. Often in moments of conflict or disagreement, the instinct is to speak, to explain, or to defend. Yet sometimes silence can be the most profound way to communicate. In relationships, whether with a partner, a friend, or a colleague, there are times when words can make a situation worse. The more we speak in moments of tension, the more likely we are to say something we may regret. But silence creates a moment of stillness, a moment where both parties can reflect on their emotions, their perspectives, and their intentions. In the absence of words, we create space for deeper understanding. Silence gives us the opportunity to listen not only to the other person, but to ourselves. It helps us clarify what is truly important, what needs to be said, and what can be left unsaid. Silence, therefore, can foster healthier communication and deeper connection. It allows us to step outside of the immediate emotional reactions and see the bigger picture. It helps us avoid escalating a situation unnecessarily, and it provides the opportunity to express ourselves in a way that is thoughtful and intentional. It is not a form of avoidance, but rather a tool for creating meaningful dialogue that is free from emotional reactivity. Moreover, silence can help us connect with our inner selves. In a world full of distractions, it is often easy to lose sight of who we truly are, what we truly want, and where we are headed. The noise of daily life, the demands of others, and the constant flow of information can make it difficult to hear our own thoughts. Silence, however, provides the opportunity to reconnect with our inner voice. In silence, we can access our intuition, our creativity, and our deeper understanding of ourselves. It is in the quiet moments that our true desires, fears, and aspirations come to the surface. By embracing silence, we allow ourselves the space to reflect, to process, and to gain clarity about our lives, our goals, and our path forward. The act of choosing silence is also an expression of strength. In a world that values constant action and expression, choosing to remain silent when others are speaking or demanding your attention is not an easy feat. It requires the courage to stand firm in your values and your sense of self. It requires the confidence to trust that you don't need to fill every moment with words, to be constantly busy, or to react to every situation. Silence is a statement that you are in control, that you are not governed by the outside world, and that you have the inner strength to remain composed and steady no matter what is happening around you. When we embrace silence, we are also cultivating a sense of inner peace. Silence has the power to quiet the mind, calm the emotions, and soothe the soul. In silence, we can step away from the noise of the world and return to a place of calmness and centeredness. The more we embrace silence, the more we find that we can remain peaceful, even in the most challenging situations. We stop looking for external validation or confirmation, and instead we look inward for strength, wisdom, and direction. This inner peace becomes a powerful foundation upon which we can build our lives, our relationships, and our success. At a deeper level, silence can also be a pathway to spiritual growth. Many spiritual practices, whether meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, rely on silence as a means of connecting with something greater than ourselves. In the stillness, we open ourselves to higher consciousness, to divine wisdom, and to the universal truths that guide us. It is in these silent moments that we often experience the greatest breakthroughs in our personal and spiritual journeys. Silence allows us to let go of the distractions of the world and tune into the deeper currents of life. Choosing silence is not about withdrawing from the world, nor is it about becoming passive or inactive. It is instead an active choice to protect your energy, to cultivate inner peace, and to respond to the world from a place of clarity and strength. Silence is a powerful tool that can help us navigate life's challenges, preserve our emotional well-being, and create deeper connections with ourselves and others. By embracing the power of silence, we take control of our lives and we align ourselves with our truest selves, free from the distractions and noise that can so easily pull us off course. Silence, when used intentionally, has the ability to transform our inner and outer worlds, helping us become more focused, more peaceful, and more powerful in all that we do. Emotional mastery is one of the most powerful tools a person can cultivate. It's the ability to understand, control, and channel your emotions in a way that serves your highest good, your well-being, and your goals. In a world full of distraction, stress, and constant demands, learning how to master your emotions can be the difference between living a life of peace and stability or being caught in the constant whirlwind of external influences. Emotions are not something to be feared or suppressed. They are a natural part of being human. However, they can either be a source of power or a source of turmoil, depending on how you manage them. Emotional mastery is about developing the awareness and skills to guide your emotions instead of letting them control you. Emotions, in their essence, are messages. They are signals that our mind and body send us, pointing us towards something significant. When you feel anger, it's often a signal that something is wrong or that you feel a violation of your values. When you feel sadness, it could be pointing you toward a loss or a longing that needs attention. Joy, on the other hand, is an emotion that signifies alignment, fulfillment, and the presence of positive energy. Fear, while often seen as a negative emotion, is a natural response to potential danger or uncertainty and can guide you to take caution or reassess situations. Recognizing emotions as signals rather than obstacles is the first step toward mastering them. The key to emotional mastery is awareness. Most people walk through life with a constant barrage of emotional experiences that they either ignore or react to impulsively. In doing so, they allow their emotions to dictate their behavior, decisions, and reactions. When you allow yourself to be a passive observer of your emotions, you become a victim to them. You may find yourself constantly reacting to situations, whether they be stressful encounters, challenging relationships, or unexpected events, without ever taking the time to pause and understand why you are feeling what you feel. This lack of awareness leads to a life where you are constantly on the emotional roller coaster of highs and lows, never really gaining control of your emotional state. But emotional mastery is not about avoiding or suppressing emotions. It's about learning to sit with your emotions, observe them without judgment, and understand their deeper messages. When you develop this awareness, you begin to detach from the automatic reactions that typically arise from your emotional triggers. Instead of reacting from a place of anger or fear, you pause, reflect, and then choose how you want to respond. This shift in perspective empowers you to make decisions from a place of conscious awareness rather than being swept away by the tides of your emotional state. One of the most powerful practices in emotional mastery is learning to regulate your emotions. Emotional regulation doesn't mean you suppress your emotions or deny their existence. It simply means that you become proficient at managing the intensity and expression of your emotions in a way that serves your best interests. For instance, if you feel anger rising within you, emotional regulation allows you to acknowledge the anger without letting it take control. You can notice it, understand why it's present, and choose to express it in a healthy and constructive way. Maybe you decide to take a few deep breaths, count to 10, or walk away from the situation to gain some space and clarity. By learning how to regulate your emotions in this way, you create a sense of calm amidst chaos and avoid impulsive reactions that might lead to regret or damage. This ability to regulate your emotions is especially important in high-stress situations. Stress is one of the most pervasive emotions in modern life. Whether it's due to work, personal relationships, or other life pressures, stress can easily take over if you don't manage it effectively. Mastering your emotions in stressful situations means you don't let the pressure cloud your judgment or control your actions. Instead, you maintain a sense of perspective, even when everything around you feels intense. You develop the ability to stay calm, focused, and clear-minded, allowing you to make decisions that are in alignment with your values and long-term goals, rather than reacting impulsively out of anxiety or frustration. The power of emotional mastery is also seen in its ability to improve your relationships. When you are emotionally reactive, it's easy to find yourself caught in the drama of interpersonal conflict. Arguments, misunderstandings, and negative dynamics can quickly spiral out of control if emotions are left unchecked. But when you learn to master your emotions, you also learn to communicate with greater clarity, empathy, and understanding. Emotional mastery allows you to listen without judgment, to express your feelings without blame, and to engage in conversations from a place of calm and respect. In this way, emotional mastery improves the quality of your relationships because it enables you to stay connected with others without letting emotional turbulence interfere. At the core of emotional mastery is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, refers to the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others, and to use this awareness to manage your behavior and relationships effectively. People with high emotional intelligence are better equipped to navigate complex social situations, solve problems, and create harmonious environments. They are able to recognize their emotional triggers and are less likely to be caught off guard by their emotions. They also have a deep empathy for others, which allows them to connect and communicate in ways that foster trust, collaboration, and mutual respect. Developing emotional intelligence requires practice and self-awareness. It's a lifelong journey of learning to recognize and name your emotions, to understand their root causes, and to use this knowledge to improve your interactions with others. When you are emotionally intelligent, you don't just react to the world around you, you understand it. You know when to speak and when to listen. You know when to assert yourself and when to let go. You know how to show empathy and support to others and how to create a sense of safety and connection. Emotional intelligence doesn't just improve your ability to relate to others, it also enhances your self-awareness, self-confidence, and personal growth. As you deepen your understanding of emotional mastery, it's important to recognize that emotions are not inherently good or bad. The human experience is filled with a wide range of emotional experiences, and each one carries valuable information. What truly matters is how we engage with those emotions. Do we allow them to control us, or do we choose to respond in ways that empower us? Do we let fear keep us stuck, or do we use fear as a signal to take action with more caution and awareness? Do we let anger drive us to destruction, or do we channel that energy into creating positive change? Do we allow sadness to pull us into a pit of despair, or do we acknowledge the sadness and use it as an opportunity for healing and growth? Emotional mastery involves reframing your perspective on emotions so that you can respond to them consciously rather than react to them impulsively. When you are able to do this, you create a sense of balance and harmony within yourself. You become more resilient in the face of adversity, more grounded in moments of uncertainty, and more capable of creating the life you want. Emotions become tools you use to grow and evolve rather than obstacles that block your progress. One of the most profound aspects of emotional mastery is its impact on your overall well-being. When you are emotionally balanced, you are more likely to experience better mental and physical health. Chronic stress, anxiety, and emotional turmoil are often linked to a range of health issues, including cardiovascular disease, digestive problems, and weakened immune systems. By mastering your emotions, you reduce the negative impact of stress and create a healthier, more balanced life. Emotional mastery is not just about feeling good in the moment, it's about creating a foundation for long-term health, happiness, and success. As you continue on your journey of emotional mastery, it's important to remember that this is not a destination, it's a process. Emotional mastery requires ongoing practice, reflection, and commitment. It's about developing habits that support emotional regulation, building awareness, and using that awareness to make conscious choices. It's about knowing yourself deeply, understanding your triggers, and making decisions that align with your values, goals, and sense of purpose. As you continue to grow in emotional mastery, you will find that you experience greater peace, fulfillment, and success in every area of your life. Emotions no longer control you. Instead, you have the power to channel them in ways that propel you forward, allowing you to live a life of greater harmony, achievement, and joy. Setting boundaries is one of the most essential practices for maintaining emotional well-being, healthy relationships, and personal growth. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you or keep others out, but rather they are clear, defined lines that indicate what is acceptable and what is not in your relationships and interactions. They are not about being rigid or unyielding, but about protecting your energy, your time, and your mental space from being drained or manipulated by others. By setting boundaries, you create the conditions for respect, clarity, and balance in all aspects of your life. Boundaries give you the power to say no when necessary, to prioritize your needs, and to cultivate the self-respect needed to maintain your peace and sense of self-worth. Boundaries begin with self-awareness. You cannot set healthy boundaries unless you first understand your needs, your limits, and your values. To set boundaries, you must know what you want to protect and what is essential to your happiness and mental health. Take time to reflect on what makes you feel comfortable, what drains you, and what feels misaligned with your true values. If you are constantly feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or stressed because of the demands placed on you by others, it's an indication that your boundaries may not be as clear or firm as they should be. Your emotions are telling you that something is out of balance, and it's essential to listen to these signals. Often we neglect our own well-being in favor of pleasing others or trying to avoid conflict, but in the process we lose sight of our needs and our personal peace. Setting boundaries means recognizing that your time, energy, and emotional resources are finite. In a world that constantly asks for more of your time, more of your attention, more of your energy, it can be easy to forget that you are not obligated to give everything to everyone. Boundaries help you prioritize what matters most to you and allow you to say yes to the things that align with your values and goals, while saying no to the things that drain or deplete you. Saying no is not about being selfish, it's about being responsible for your own well-being. When you don't set boundaries, you run the risk of becoming overwhelmed, exhausted, and resentful. You may feel as though you are constantly giving but never receiving anything in return. By setting boundaries, you take control of your life and your choices. You decide what you will accept and what you will not, and you create the space necessary for healthy, fulfilling relationships and a balanced life. Setting boundaries also means protecting your mental and emotional health. There are people, situations, and environments that can trigger stress, anxiety, or negativity, and being able to recognize these triggers and set boundaries accordingly is essential. If you find yourself in toxic environments or surrounded by people who consistently disrespect your feelings, your time, or your values, setting boundaries allows you to take a stand. It's a way of saying that you value yourself enough to no longer tolerate mistreatment. Boundaries are not about controlling others, they are about taking responsibility for your own mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It is possible to set boundaries without being harsh or confrontational. In fact, healthy boundaries are often communicated with kindness and respect. You don't need to explain yourself endlessly or justify your decisions. You simply need to communicate your needs clearly and assertively. There are many different types of boundaries: physical, emotional, mental, and time-based, and each one is important for different aspects of your life. Physical boundaries are the most straightforward. They involve protecting your personal space, your body, and your physical well-being. These boundaries help you feel safe, comfortable, and respected in your interactions with others. Emotional boundaries, on the other hand, are about protecting your feelings. They involve recognizing when you are being manipulated, invalidated, or emotionally drained by others. Emotional boundaries are about learning to say no to others' emotional demands or toxic behaviors and recognizing when to protect your own emotional health. mental boundaries help protect your thoughts and ideas. These boundaries involve the ability to maintain your autonomy and prevent others from imposing their thoughts, beliefs, or opinions on you. Time-based boundaries, meanwhile, are about managing your time and energy. They help you prioritize what matters most and say no to activities or commitments that don't align with your priorities or goals. Personal growth also requires taking responsibility for your actions and outcomes. It's easy to blame external circumstances, other people, or even fate for where you are in life. However, the path to true growth comes when you recognize that you are the creator of your own experience. While you cannot control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to it. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that you have the power to change your thoughts, behaviors, and actions in order to align with your goals. It's about taking ownership of your decisions and realizing that you are in control of your future. This mindset shifts the focus away from what is happening to you and places it squarely on what you can do to improve your situation in your life. In addition to responsibility, personal growth requires discipline and consistency. It's not enough to set goals and develop a growth mindset. You must also take consistent action toward those goals. Personal growth doesn't happen overnight, and it's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow or difficult. However, the key to long-term success is showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, and doing the work that is necessary to move forward. Small, consistent actions add up over time, and the compound effect of those actions will lead to significant progress in the long run. Whether it's dedicating time to personal development, learning a new skill, or improving your health, discipline and consistency are the building blocks of growth. Along the way, it's important to cultivate resilience. Life is filled with setbacks, obstacles, and challenges, and the road to personal growth is no exception. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when you face failure, or when you feel like giving up. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from these setbacks, to stay focused on your goals, and to keep moving forward despite the difficulties. Building resilience involves developing a strong sense of purpose and staying connected to your why. When you know why you are pursuing personal growth, it becomes easier to push through the tough times. Resilience also involves practicing self-compassion, recognizing that mistakes and failures are a natural part of the growth process, and giving yourself permission to learn and try again. Personal growth also requires creating an environment that supports your development. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your ability to grow. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, or people who don't support your aspirations, it can be difficult to stay motivated and focused on your personal growth. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals who encourage you to pursue your goals and challenge you to become better, you will find it much easier to stay on track. Your environment includes not only the people around you, but also the physical and mental spaces in which you live and work. Creating an environment that nurtures your growth means eliminating distractions, minimizing negativity, and surrounding yourself with inspiration and positivity. Another critical aspect of personal growth is learning to embrace change. Growth, by its very nature, requires change. As you work on developing new skills, habits, and perspectives, you will inevitably encounter change. This can be uncomfortable, as change often involves stepping into the unknown and letting go of old patterns or beliefs. However, embracing change is essential for growth. The discomfort that comes with change is often the very thing that propels you forward. When you resist change, you resist growth. But when you embrace it, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new experiences, and new levels of success and fulfillment. Personal growth is also about developing emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your emotions effectively. Emotions are powerful forces that influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. When you lack emotional intelligence, you may find yourself reacting impulsively to situations, making decisions based on fear or frustration, or allowing your emotions to control your actions. By developing emotional intelligence, you learn to respond to your emotions in a healthy and constructive way. You gain a deeper understanding of your emotional triggers, learn to regulate your feelings, and improve your ability to empathize with others. Emotional intelligence enhances every aspect of personal growth, from building better relationships to making more informed decisions. As you continue on your path of personal growth, it's important to celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. Growth is often a gradual process, and it's easy to get discouraged if you only focus on the end goal. However, each step forward, no matter how small, is an achievement. Recognizing and celebrating these milestones keeps you motivated and reinforces the positive changes you are making. It also helps you maintain a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the progress you've made, which in turn fuels further growth. Finally, personal growth is about living a life that is authentic and aligned with your values. As you grow, you will inevitably begin to shed old beliefs, habits, and identities that no longer serve you. This process of transformation can be challenging, but it is also liberating. It's about letting go of the stories you have told yourself about who you are and embracing the truth of your potential. Living authentically means making choices that reflect your true self and your deepest desires, not what others expect of you or what society tells you is important. When you live in alignment with your values, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. Personal growth is not a destination, it's a continuous, evolving journey. It requires patience, commitment, and an unwavering belief in your ability to change and improve. As you invest in yourself and focus on your own development, you will discover new strengths, overcome challenges, and unlock the incredible potential that lies within you. Personal growth is about becoming the best version of yourself, and it is through this journey that you create a life of meaning, joy, and success. Attracting positive energy into your life is one of the most powerful and transformative practices you can undertake. It involves consciously shifting your mindset, behaviors, and environment to welcome good vibes, peace, joy, and opportunities. Positive energy is not something that just happens. It is cultivated and nurtured by the choices you make each day. By focusing on the right thoughts, actions, and attitudes, you create a magnetic force that pulls in the energy you desire. Positive energy is more than just a fleeting feeling. It is a state of being that influences every area of your life, from relationships to career to health. When you begin to prioritize positive energy, you open yourself up to an abundance of good things, both internally and externally. The first step in attracting positive energy is to become aware of your current energy and mindset. Energy is contagious, and we often pick up the emotions and attitudes of those around us. Your energy can be a reflection of your inner thoughts and beliefs, which means that if you are constantly negative or focused on fear, doubt, and worry, that energy will be reflected in the world around you. Start by taking stock of your thoughts and feelings. Are you typically optimistic, or do you lean toward negativity? Do you focus on what's going well, or do you dwell on what's wrong? The energy you put out into the world is a reflection of your mindset. And shifting that mindset is the first step in inviting positive energy into your life. One of the most powerful ways to attract positive energy is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude is the key to shifting your focus from what's lacking in your life to what is abundant. When you take time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, you retrain your brain to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Gratitude not only shifts your perspective, but also sends out positive energy to the universe, signaling that you are open to receiving even more blessings. By regularly acknowledging the things that bring you joy and fulfillment, you create a cycle of positivity that continues to expand. Gratitude has a magnetic quality that draws more reasons for you to be thankful, creating an environment where positive energy can thrive. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on the energy you attract. Energy is contagious, and when you spend time with positive, uplifting people, you naturally begin to feel more inspired and energized yourself. Conversely, being around people who are constantly negative or draining can have the opposite effect. These individuals may bring you down, making it difficult for you to stay focused on attracting positivity into your life. It is essential to evaluate the people you interact with regularly and consider whether they are contributing to your overall sense of well-being or hindering your growth. Surround yourself with individuals who encourage and support your aspirations, who lift you up rather than bring you down. When you are in the company of positive people, their energy will infuse your own, helping you stay aligned with the energy you wish to attract. Another critical factor in attracting positive energy is the way you speak. Words have a powerful impact on our lives and our energy. The language you use, both internally and externally, shapes your experience of the world. When you speak positively, whether it's about yourself, your circumstances, or others, you are reinforcing a mindset that invites good things to flow into your life. Positive affirmations can be an effective tool for shifting your energy. By repeating affirmations such as "I am worthy, I am deserving of love and success," or "I attract abundance into my life," you reprogram your mind to focus on the positive. It may feel awkward at first, but with practice, your affirmations become a natural part of your daily routine. Over time, these words begin to influence your thoughts, actions, and beliefs, gradually attracting positive energy into your life. The way you treat others also plays a significant role in the energy you attract. Kindness, compassion, and empathy create a ripple effect that returns to you in the form of positive energy. When you treat others with respect and love, you invite similar energy into your life. People are more likely to respond to you in kind when they sense that you genuinely care about their well-being. This creates an environment of mutual respect, which allows positive energy to flow freely between you and others. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on the energy in your life. Whether it's offering a compliment, lending a helping hand, or simply listening to someone, these gestures create an atmosphere of goodwill that attracts positivity. When you are clear about your boundaries, it becomes easier to identify when they have been crossed. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to setting boundaries is that many people have difficulty recognizing when their boundaries have been violated or when they are being pushed beyond their limits. It is easy to brush off small violations or to think that you need to accommodate others at the expense of your own well-being. However, if you don't take notice of these small violations, they can accumulate over time and lead to feelings of resentment, exhaustion, and burnout. Therefore, it is important to check in with yourself regularly and ask if you feel your boundaries are being respected. Do you feel that your needs are being honored? Are you consistently giving more than you are receiving? Are you feeling drained or overwhelmed because you are constantly accommodating others? If you answer yes to any of these questions, it's a sign that your boundaries need to be reestablished or reinforced. When it comes to setting boundaries, communication is key. It's not enough to just have boundaries, you must be able to communicate them clearly to others. Often, people are afraid to set boundaries because they fear rejection, conflict, or confrontation. However, the fear of setting boundaries typically stems from the belief that others will not respect them or will react negatively. In reality, when you communicate your boundaries with clarity and confidence, most people will respect them, and those who don't are often revealing that they do not have your best interests at heart. Setting boundaries may initially feel uncomfortable, especially if you are used to always putting others' needs before your own. But the more you practice setting and maintaining boundaries, the easier it becomes. You will start to feel more empowered, more in control of your life, and more at peace with yourself. It's also important to recognize that boundaries are not rigid, they are flexible. Life is dynamic, and the boundaries you set for yourself may change as you grow, evolve, and encounter new experiences. Sometimes you may find that a boundary you once set no longer serves you, or that a new situation calls for a new boundary. This is a natural part of the process, and it's essential to regularly reassess your boundaries to ensure that they continue to align with your current values, goals, and needs. Setting boundaries is a fluid, ongoing process that requires you to be in tune with your feelings, your desires, and your changing circumstances. The people in your life will often play a significant role in how easily you can maintain your boundaries. Some individuals may be highly supportive of your need for personal space, while others may resist or challenge your boundaries. If you are surrounded by people who have difficulty respecting your boundaries, it may be necessary to reevaluate the relationships themselves. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and trust, and a key part of that is respecting each other's boundaries. If someone consistently disregards your boundaries, it's important to have an honest conversation about the impact this is having on you and what you need in order to feel respected. If the individual is unwilling to respect your boundaries, it may be time to reconsider the role they play in your life. One of the most significant benefits of setting boundaries is the positive impact it has on your self-esteem. When you set boundaries, you demonstrate that you value yourself and your well-being. You communicate to others that you are worthy of respect and that you will not tolerate behavior that compromises your integrity or peace of mind. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love and self-respect. It sends a powerful message to both yourself and others that you are in charge of your own life and that you are committed to taking care of yourself. As you strengthen your boundaries, you'll find that you become more confident, more empowered, and more resilient in the face of challenges. Setting boundaries is also a key component of achieving long-term success and fulfillment. When you prioritize your needs and protect your energy, you create the space necessary to focus on your personal growth, goals, and passions. Boundaries help you make conscious choices about where to invest your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Instead of spreading yourself too thin or constantly reacting to external demands, you begin to take charge of your time and your decisions. This sense of autonomy and self-discipline is essential for creating a life that is aligned with your true desires and purpose. Ultimately, setting boundaries is a form of empowerment. It allows you to reclaim control over your life, to protect your peace, and to honor your own needs and desires. Boundaries are not just about limiting others, they are about expanding your own capacity for growth, peace, and joy. By setting clear, healthy boundaries, you create the conditions necessary for a life that is fulfilling, balanced, and aligned with your values and goals. As you practice this essential skill, you will discover that you are not only protecting yourself from external pressures, but also cultivating an inner strength that will guide you through every aspect of your life. Personal growth is a lifelong journey of becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. It involves continuously seeking opportunities to learn, develop, and improve in all areas of life. This process is not linear, nor is it always easy. However, it is the most rewarding endeavor you can commit to, as it allows you to tap into your true potential and achieve a level of fulfillment and success that is deeply meaningful. Focusing on personal growth means taking responsibility for your own development and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone to evolve into the person you were meant to be. It's about transforming your mindset, habits, and behaviors to align with your values, goals, and aspirations. Every decision, every challenge, and every experience is an opportunity for growth if you choose to view it as such. At the core of personal growth is self-awareness. To grow, you must first understand where you are starting from. This means developing a deep awareness of your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, and your beliefs and habits. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all growth is built. Without it, you are simply going through the motions of life, reacting to external circumstances without truly understanding why you behave the way you do or make the decisions you make. It's through self-awareness that you gain clarity about who you are and what you want to achieve in life. Once you understand yourself better, you can then begin to make conscious choices about the direction you want to take. In the process of self-awareness, it's essential to ask yourself the difficult questions. What are your core values? What do you truly want out of life? What are the beliefs that have shaped your decisions up until now, and are they serving you? These questions require introspection and honesty. Often, people go through life following societal expectations or external pressures without truly stopping to reflect on what they want or need. Focusing on personal growth means breaking free from these external influences and learning to trust your own inner wisdom. It's about stepping back from the noise and distractions of the world to hear the quiet voice within that guides you toward what is truly important to you. Once you have a clearer understanding of who you are and what you want, the next step in personal growth is setting goals. Goal setting is an essential part of personal growth because it provides direction and purpose. Without clear goals, you may find yourself drifting aimlessly or stuck in the same patterns of behavior. Setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals helps you focus your energy and efforts on what truly matters. Goals serve as a roadmap, providing you with a sense of purpose and momentum as you work toward achieving them. They give you something to strive for, and each small success along the way serves as evidence of your progress. Achieving your goals is not just about reaching a destination, it's about the person you become in the process. Every challenge, setback, and triumph is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Personal growth also requires developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset view challenges and failures as opportunities to learn and improve rather than as indicators of their limitations. This mindset is essential for personal growth because it encourages you to embrace discomfort and push through obstacles rather than avoiding them. When you view challenges as opportunities for growth, you are more likely to take risks, try new things, and step outside of your comfort zone. You are less likely to be held back by fear of failure, as you understand that failure is simply part of the learning process. A growth mindset allows you to see setbacks as temporary and not as reflections of your worth or potential. Developing a growth mindset also involves reframing your self-talk. The way you talk to yourself has a profound impact on your ability to grow and achieve. If your inner dialogue is negative, critical, or limiting, it can hold you back from reaching your full potential. On the other hand, if you encourage yourself with positive affirmations, empowering beliefs, and self-compassion, you create an environment where growth can flourish. Your thoughts and beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. If you believe that you are capable of growth and success, you are more likely to take the necessary steps to make those things happen. Conversely, if you doubt your abilities or feel unworthy of success, you may unconsciously sabotage your progress.